Welcome back to the channel, people. Thanks for watching, thanks for your subscriptions, and thanks for all your comments. I really do appreciate it. Now, in the last video we did say heating. Now, let's have a little look, shall we? 1.6 degrees. That's not good, is it? You can't do anything in that. The diesel heater itself, that's got to go in the engine bay. Controller, that's going to have to go. We'll probably put this in this back room somewhere because it's just going to pretty much run all the time there. And the little fancy remote control. Not bad. Okay. Exhaust pipe, not very long. In fact, that's not very long. Silencer for the exhaust. And some clips. Pretty much Jubilee clips together this stuff. This will go underneath here, but we'll do all that in a second anyway. Silencer, exhaust, clip. Mounting clips, Jubilee clips, air filter, pump holder, seal gasket for the base, a plate for the base, pump, clickety click. These things will drive you crazy if you bolt them to hardwood. Diesel line, control cable, this is what goes into the plastic tank. That's it. Is ducting, which you've got some spare ducting anyway. End caps, ducting ends, and a T-piece. And I've got this one specifically because of the T-piece, because I want to go two ways. Right, where are we going to start? Let's start in my favourite place, my ultimate favourite place in the engine bay, where this is going. Right, jar, yeah, let's go. I've actually marked this. We can go two places. We can go here, or we can go here. If we go at the end, we're going to be better because it's way out of the way of where we're working, and I can just go straight through my vent through there, and then drag it on across there. I can just pull the vents out of the way. Also, I've also marked on the plate exhaust, oil, air. That's the intake. So it's air in, exhaust out. So I want the exhaust really sitting as close as I can to here. So I want it to go straight down through the vent. So if I put my bits of wood in place, but roughly where it's going to be, all I need to do, is get around here and sit on the drive prop, on the prop. So I'm going to be, my exhaust is going to be straight down, straight through the hole. Now you can see here, that's what I'm seeing. That's the vent, but it's actually the water inlet for the coolant for the engine, but that's now going to be our exhaust point. Okay, let's mark it. They don't have to be exact. I just need to avoid the heater. The heater will sit like this. Okie dokie. Alright, I've drilled a few holes. I'm just going to put these screws in, put this plate on. Right, that's on. Right. There's your plate, this is your air intake, outlet. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be a bit flash and just put some end plates on here. So when it sits in, it should sit over, so it can't move anywhere. So let's cut some wood. So on there. That's it. Here's the exhaust. Now, they give you some standard Jubilees, but also you'll get one of these. This is for the exhaust. Well, and if it isn't, it should be. That's it. You don't need to go crank it right up. If you crank it right up, you'll probably do more damage than anything else. Just so it's a nice, tight feel. Hand tight is, you know, above hand tight. On the exhaust, yeah, crank it a little bit, but don't overdo it. Okay, so we drop it in place then and see how we go on. Well, a couple of little bits to do. Got to put this on, which goes just there. Okay, down in the bottom, the engine bay, this is the heater itself. You can see the ducting down through. I've got a bit of water in there now. I have had a couple of leaks I've had to deal with. So there's the heater, and it goes through the controls, come through into my now piling up store area. Lots and lots of wood, lots and lots of fixings, lots going to be happening. It goes through to here. This is the controller. This comes all in a kit. This is the diesel tank, diesel pump, filter, feeds through to the heater. It's all on one cable system. It all comes in a kit, all clicks together. Now, I obviously need a battery. So there's my battery, 12 volt marine battery, but you can use a car battery or anything on these. They're very simple to do. And there's my trickle charger. Right, so there we go. It's already been primed. You prime it by this button here. So, and I've already had it running once, but I haven't actually run it properly. So here we go, I'm going to switch it on. It does have a little key fob remote for this as well. It's going to go on to 1, but we're going to take it up to 4. Yes, that annoying click is the pump. It's now priming itself up. That's now in the run mode. Oh, I didn't know that. It's got 5, look. 6. Hang on, I thought I only had 4. No, it's got 6 ends. We can have it on 6. Right. These pumps, you can get quite a version, and I do have one. But to be honest, we were doing this film and I was just going to turn the heater off. Because that is going to drive you nuts. Well, that's now running. We've got air ducting coming in from here into this cabin, and exactly the same going into the front cabin. So we're going to give this 15 minutes and we'll see where we are on the temperature. Right, we're giving it about 20 minutes. Let's have a look. That's an annoying click though, isn't it? Here we go. Right, so it's 10 now. 10:07 and coming up. So yeah, I would say, and I could feel it's physically warmer in here. I would say give it another 20 minutes and we'll be good. Good to start doing some work. Get these trims off, and they're bonded on with wood glue. They are going to be a pig. They will come off. It's just a little bit of tidying up to do afterwards. So we need to get these off. Put new ones on. Obviously after we've boarded the front, but these are on. These are solid. All the trims are off. I've got to be a bit careful here because this is 18mm. I have a ridge behind here. I'm going to put a 6mm, at least 6mm here. So I'll probably have to do something with these, I need to come down 6mm. So I'm going to use an 18mm pound to go in there. And then obviously the backboard, get the backboard in, we can actually start to put some electrical components in. Getting ready. Still getting ready though. The never ending story, but look, it's looking so much better. It is looking, yeah, it's damage there, but it's going to disappear. It's going to disappear. We're looking good. Wow. I'm just doing what I can, and where we had the paint just here. I mean, it doesn't really matter where that is because the switch is going to go in, but anywhere where the little spray of water showed up a problem. So, give me 5 minutes and I'm going to go over the whole thing all over again. There's a little mesh there, you see. Now that could be glue. It is glue, you see, it's glue. So that's been there. You're finding things which have been there a long time, probably from the refit that. So, but little bits of white paint, which it will all show once that varnish goes on. So you've got to try and do as much as you can to get rid of it. That's now disappearing slowly. There you go, look, you get a little bit small. But right, I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to bring you back in 5 minutes. 10 minutes actually, 10 minutes. The temperature's coming up to about 15 now. So what I've done is I've just basically took some bits and pieces out of this board. It needs to be sanded. But for the control panel, now I think we can get away with putting a bit of varnish on this stone. Now I call it segment varnishing, like session varnishing really, because over the next few months you'll have items which have been varnished probably 4 or 5 times, 4 or 5 coats. If you're in the wooden boat game, a lot of them guys do it 13, 14 times. But obviously you can't do the whole boat 13, 14 times in one go. So you do segment varnishing basically. So today, there's no reason why we can't make a start with this. And obviously there's a few faults with this, we know we've got some areas here, we've got a little bit of blackening down here. So I'm just going to go over this again. Just anything which looks a little bit off, I'll redo. Get out all the little nicks and gritty bits at the bottom here. So we don't want any of that. That can come out. That's glue. Use a sharp chisel, but don't. I mean, this is my way. I mean, people have their way of doing it. It's always worked for me. So, if you look at it, I am going to have some dark areas here. I know I am. I've got a little bit there to do, a little bit here to do, and I've got some little holes here. I don't know. I think what I'll do for now is I'll just put a bit of wood fill in them, and if they know, if they don't blend or look stupid after, I'll find some way of dealing with it when we start making the panel up. And what I've done is I've also fitted a couple of dowels in the bottom here, and what that does basically is just to stop it from sliding off. So that will lock in there, that locks in there, that's nice and solid fit. And this time, unlike before, it won't be bonded down. We will have to make a new piece to go along the top here, but we'll have some screws or fixings which will go through this bit here into this. So if you need to get this off in the future, like you need to change a dial or something, you can just literally get the little screwdriver, bang, 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 or whatever you're using, whatever fixing or choose, I don't know yet, and this will just lift off, and then you'll be able to lift it up and get to your cables, wiring, and drop them down. So nothing's hidden, nothing's going to be hidden. Well, it's going to be hidden, but it's going to be accessible. And when you do these vessels, it's really important. So, let's crack on. We're in the bow of the boat now, by the way, so this is the warmest part. It's about 18 degrees down here. The noise you can hear in the background is that little heater running. Fortunately, you can't hear the pump clicking. Now, this stuff I'm using is a Hempel Durogloss varnish. This is mainly for marine sort of stuff. It doesn't have to be marine, it can be anything where you want it to last a long time. They use it on a lot of internal floors and stuff like that. Gives a really hard finish. Now, if we look at the, you can't see it, I'll say it to you. It needs to be at least 10 degrees. Well, we're way above that. 20 degrees gives you a rough time. 20 degrees 3 hours, 10 degrees 6 hours. That's to touch dry, where you can actually touch the panel. And then you're going over time. Your second coat is going to be 8 hours at 10 degrees, up to 4 days maximum. And then it's at 20 degrees, you do 4 days or 2 days max, 2 days maximum. So it's going to be quite cold in the boat once I'm finished today, but by that time it should be dry. So in a couple 3 days I'll put another coat over. It will take about 4 to 5 coats, and that's why I say it's like segment varnishing. And this little bench here will get used an awful lot, because there'll be strips being done, doors being done, floors being done, bits of floors like in the shower room floor, that will be done here, and it will just keep building up until in the end the jigsaw all starts coming together again. You can start putting pieces back. So the filler you use for this stuff is just an 811. It's the same stuff, same make, and all I've done is I've basically given it a very quick clean, vacuum, and a quick brush over the finish, just make sure there's no dust anywhere, and we're good to go. Let's give it a go. First bit of varnishing. I've already stirred this, so let's get going. Let's get going. Nice and warm. Right, let's start at the very top. Just follow the wood, just follow the grain. Try and keep it. There's no need to go. There's no need to put tons on. If this was new wood, brand new, never been treated before, then you would use thinners. You'd use 30% thinners to whatever varnish you're using, you know, and you'd let that dry, and then you'd use 10% thinners to whatever varnish you're using, basically, and basically just let it dry. Then you'll carry on with the rest of it with standard non-thinned mix. But you can see now the little black bit there is going to show up a little bit, but we've got rid of a lot of it. You notice I'm not putting a lot on. I'm just literally just enough to get a fine coat over the top. Don't worry if it runs down there. There's no need to worry about anything like that at all, because that's all hidden stuff. See, I've gone a little bit too thin there, just a tad more. here we have a finished first coat, and you can see this is going to come up absolutely brilliant. There's a tiny little bit of speck of paint up there in the corner. I'll get that next time. But yeah, I'm pleased with it, and now you can see 3-4 more coats on this. This is going to look absolutely superb. Well, heating, 1 cover on, 2 to go. We started to do the segment varnishing. We're now going to start looking at doing panels and doing some wood repairs and stuff inside. We've got 100 days till spring. That's how I look at it. Get as much done as possible. And then we're on the outside, and then we're obviously looking in the engine bay area, which a lot of it will actually be done by then, hopefully. So that'll be nice. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all being there. I appreciate your subscriptions and taking interest in this big jigsaw puzzle, which I'm attempting to get really moving off the ground slowly. So take care, people, and I'll see you soon.